All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you guys to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, share it with a friend if you find it helpful and informative, and to stay tuned towards the end of this video because we have another ticker symbol to talk about, and a lot of analysis ratings are looking pretty good, and articles are even stating that it's going to be the stock of the decade. So if you don't have the stock of the decade on your watch list, you definitely want to stay tuned on in for that information, and I hope you guys find it helpful and informative and interesting. That ticker symbol is going to be pretty revolutionizing in its sector and so forth. But let's talk more about what we want to look at here. So what is the stock here that has so much potential? It's a penny stock, and it is stock AYRO, Ayro, okay, Ayro stock. Now, who are they? Well, they are trying to be a zero emissions company to do the future of delivery, which is, you could see these small little trucks here. You can see them in the background. They're trying to be more in like the golf courses, like the hospitality, and then also doing like little food trucks and stuff like that, shaping the whole entire industry of delivering small packages or anything like that locally, probably is what I'm trying to see here. That's what they're really focusing on and trying to do a zero carbon footprint initiative, right? That's their true goal. You can kind of see the golf course here kind of style, and then you can kind of see in the background it looks like a campus. So when we go down here, they're looking to be in campuses, hotels and resorts, food and beverage retail, and probably even the government, and that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. So if they go ahead and get into this initiative and jump on the boat with what their goal is, which we're going to look at an article right now, they're already incorporating themselves into the government, and it's going to change the way things are delivered and done. And this Ayro company right here, this little cart right here, reminds me of Solo. Remember Solo? You can imagine that Solo probably has more power than this one and so forth, but this company here is working their way to making vehicles that last a little bit longer, because right now a lot of their vehicles go up to like probably 50 miles and up to probably 100, like you could see here, that they're trying to be in the 100 top cities. So this is going to be something where people can even rent these and drive around, have fun. I don't know. It's almost like being in a golf court or a go-kart around the city, right? That's what they're trying to do. Now, I don't know how much miles this one can do. The Solo, I don't know if you guys have heard about it before. It could do a little bit more, and it has a little bit of power. But, I mean, this company here is really taking a shot and trying to be in the EV sector. And this is the EV penny stock right now that has so much potential. Obviously, you're placing a bet on it because it still has a lot of room to grow or do a lot to prove itself. But what it's trying to do so far is pretty interesting. And let's look at institutional ownership. So institutional ownership is pretty interesting. But before we look at that, I want you guys to see here how the common stocks are being awarded to insiders, right? You can see here, these are directors and so forth. They're all receiving awards right now. You can see how many shares they change by, how many are remaining. Very interesting that they're all being awarded since the middle of last year and throughout the past as well. But since the middle of last year all the way till now, you could see a lot of these awards going on in October, December, and then right now in February, a lot of them have been awarded. So they're being granted shares. They're being paid by shares. So there's some reason behind this. It's to motivate those directors, those workers, to keep on pushing forward, grow the company, and also be rewarded through shares. That's the whole point of that, right? It's going ahead and doing that. So let's go ahead and look at institutional ownership. So there's some big players here that own big amounts, but from even the past, all the way back in 2012, 15, 16, 18, 19, and 2021, there's a few that have loaded up, and you can see here the 2021 have loaded up the most. And you can see here in February, it's where it's happened. 1 million, 1 million, 3 million. Very interesting. So we have Vanguard, Morgan and Stanley here. We have even BlackRock, all in this recent buying and holding positions. So a lot of new buying positions have happened. Some have closed out. You could see that. But there's a lot more green, right? And you can even see here almost 2 million going on. You could see Vanguard on the 12th of February. They loaded up right there, almost 300,000 shares. Let's just say it. And they could go ahead and load up more and reach or surpass 300,000. And you could see others here loading up their positions as well all these last several months, from like January till now in February. And you could see BlackRock here owning 250. They could probably break through the 300,000 as well. And when we come up here, you can see that Vanguard owns other positions as well in other indexes. And I really like Morgan and Stanley being here and surpassing Vanguard's and BlackRock's position, because they're a lot more conservative and they're being pretty bullish right now. So pretty interesting to me. Obviously, it's not large amounts, but there's institutional investors taking a shot at it. So that says a lot about the company. Definitely go check out the website, ayro.com. Will take you right to it, or you can just look at ayro.com, or website on Google, and it should pop up, give you so much more information about the insight, the outlook of the company, and what they're trying to do. And I mean, I could see people even purchasing these little guys here that we were looking at that looked like the Solo car for, just driving around the city close by and not really doing a lot of emissions or going really far. And it's a small charging amount of capability to get that full charge, probably, since it's such a small cart, and it'll probably drive you a few distances here and there. And we'll have to see the top speed as well, if it could be on the roads. But like I said, this is so game changing. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts on it. And let's look here at the chart. So the chart started to pick up some steam here back in October, and it ran up to $11, came back down to $5, ran back up to 11. So 11 seems to be, a rejection point. If it could break through that, we could see this break out to newer highs. And it pulled right back down to almost $4, and it's running back up to 7. This stock here is showing some consolidation, though, from these lows down here of $2 and even down here again $2. So far, there is some strength of not retouching these lows and showing itself some strength at the $4 range. If it can stay above $4, I think this stock has potential, and if it can even hold up above 5, even better. And it could finally break through 11 if catalyst and potential continues to push this upwards. I mean, that's going to be a good sign. Now, earnings in the past, when you look at it, I can't pick it up here. It's not letting me. Let's see what's going on. There we go. Earnings in the past has been a little bit negative, and we could see over here as well, negative. And then right here, let's see what their estimate is. 0.10. If they can beat it, that might be a good sign for the company. If they do worse, it could probably pull down the stock a little bit. So earnings is coming up soon. So there's no better time than now to have this on your watch list, to look out for opportunities. Obviously, institutional ownership is not so bullish. You could see that they're not having that much above the millions, especially big banks. But when you look at other institutional investors, they're taking a bet on it above $1 million, and you can see it right here by these other institutional investors. This one right here is owning up to $4 million. I mean, I could see so much going on for the future of this company. Early on, it's going to have its hiccups. It's small. It needs to prove itself. People need to adapt to it and like it and want it and realize it's worth it, and it's going to change the industries that they're trying to go ahead and get into, and it's just going to make everything so much more different. And you can literally see here like a janitor working. I mean, I can definitely see a janitor driving one of these around instead of being gas, zero emissions, all electric, EV completely. And I mean, with the way things are changing, every little detail of zero emissions with the zero carbon footprint is going to make a big difference in the world and in the communities and just in this sector of the EV sector. I look forward to seeing what you guys really think about it. Comment down below how you feel about it. Have you done some research on it? Did you know about it before seeing this video? Comment down below and stay tuned for what we're going to talk about now as the stock of the decade. If you learned something new, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click on the bell to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Welcome back, everyone, to another video here with Invest for Tomorrow. And all I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watched this video and you found this helpful and informative, and for you to share this with a friend or a family member so they are aware. And if you're a first-time viewer, just stay on tight and you find value in this, don't forget to leave without clicking the subscribe button. So here we are, Matterport.com. I highly recommend checking out the website, and there's so much cool information about this company that it's just immense, and it's just unbelievable how far into technology we're going. And you could see that it can capture any space into a 3D diagram. Now, all it takes for this to go to the next level, which I wouldn't be surprised coming soon, is actually putting on virtual goggles, right? Virtual reality goggles, and you can actually tour and walk inside there without even just looking at a screen. You'll actually feel that you're there without being there. So imagine that being a sales pitch from a realtor, and it saves so much time of driving to all these different places. You just go to a local central spot, you put on the goggles, and you're there. And the virtual reality is becoming a reality. That's just immense, crazy stuff to think. So GHVI, I've been talking about it as it was falling, and I actually caught it back at $17 when it was falling. This was the second time I reiterated it, and that was this weekend on March 6th. And I said the closer to 10, the more interesting. It had hit a low of 11.32, but the market ran up. I mean, I talked about it here that I could see it possibly falling a little bit more unless the market runs wild with stimulus being passed, and we may have seen its bottom close to 11.32 for now. We shall see. So since then, it's been running. It's sitting at $16.99, and I'm here to tell you guys why this is one you don't want to pass up on, and the potential is immense. I could see this 50x at the most, and the lowest 20x, okay? And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. So this is the first article how everyone found out about it, and it's called "This SPAC Could Be the Best Stock of the Decade." I'm not going to go into much detail about it. It just shows us a little bit about the company and what type of sector it's in, how it's an untouched sector, and it shows us the 3D modeling. Definitely look this up to read more about it, and definitely check out the website. And now this is where I'm definitely going to summarize everything and talk about what it says that has a little bit more information, quicker and to the point than just reading that whole article and going through the whole website. So I really like this one. It says 3 unstoppable growth stocks to buy right now. That was a pretty bullish statement back in February 26th, but prices are a lot better right now than February 26th, or kind of close to them. So this is why this is a stock you don't want to pass up on. So the first question is really interesting. Would you like to invest in a company in a massive, underpenetrated market with a clear leader and relatively low valuation? Put those 3 things together, and you have the kind of stock that should almost certainly deliver tremendous gains. I think GHVI checks off these boxes. That's a bold statement, and we're going to have to see after the merger if institutional ownership goes up tremendously, and that'll be a big sign. But very bold to say that, and that's the type of questions you would ask yourself, or any investor would ask themselves, and hopefully come across in Amazon when it was under $100, come across Apple when it was under $10, $20, come across Google when it was just a few cents. You know, those are the questions, and that's how you find these tremendous gainers. Like, this is said to be the stock of the decade. Now, it says here what they're about and how they create 3D models with any physical space, and the total addressable market for this data technology is $240 billion, okay? The company space under management is 100 times larger than in the entire rest of the market, okay? Its SPAC is public offering is expected to value the company at around 2.3 billion, okay? So when you look at this, this is 100 times, right? 100x. Now, I don't think they're going to get all of the addressable market, but if the market even grows and expands, then this could possibly 100x or get pretty close to that. But the reason why I say this could possibly 50x is because they're the largest ones in this sector, and it's untouched by very few and underpenetrated. And if they go ahead and take up the market share as fast as they can, I could see them taking probably 50% of this. And if you go ahead and do that, you know, that's 50x of where the stock's valuation is right now, which could also be almost $100 billion at some point. So 50x is big moves, okay? That's still 5,000% up over time. So Matterport projects its revenue will increase by compound annual growth rate of 59%. Okay, where do you find those returns? Not every day. So when I look at that, I mean, that's explosive growth, 59%, and it's going to be soaring close to 750 million by 2025. And basically they go to say they don't see anyone coming in the horizon to beat or try to compete anywhere near the company's potential. Once the merger with Matterport is finalized, this will be practically unstoppable. I mean, I know this could sound like very bullish or a lot of hype, but this company's potential and the way it's innovating and changing the game, I could see this 50x and 5,000% go up over time. And it could possibly even grow bigger than that because of the fact that this is right now 240 billion of a market space, and it could grow even more. And the more that grows and the more the company grows over time, the more it's going to feed off of that market space and market cap it's going to receive. So big space here, big opportunity. And like I said, it would be very surprising to see this go to the next step where a realtor could say, hey, do you want to go there right now? And they're like, well, how far is it? It's 2 hours away. Do you want to go there right now without even having to drive? Just put these on. And all of a sudden, it's a sales pitch. People are going to be excited. It's just going to change the realtor world and the whole entire real estate perspective. And not only that, but the way we could do things architecturally, and also just so much could be expanded off of this. It's going to be wild. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm excited about it. Big potential here. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts down below. Comment down below what you think about this space and what you think about where this is going, and especially if you're a realtor or you own your own brokerage, how you feel about this company. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.